5. Off and rolling 12 scale stock. Mikey coming off a podium in the last run. See what he can do here. Working his way through the center section. Dan Lewis already trying to get around Paul. Looks to the inside. Robert right there with him as they all come on that back straightaway. Throw a blanket over second, third, and fourth. Mikey trying to get away a little bit while they battle. Paul under attack from Lewis. Lewis looks to the inside. Looks to the inside a little too far to the inside. But they get back together. They keep on rolling. Oh, and the penalty box. That was Robert. Oh. Everybody off and rolling again after that. Robert trying to get around to Paul. Can't quite do it. Now Paul trying to get away to catch back up to Dan. While that was happening, Mikey, and here it's about a quarter track lead. 40 seconds into this one. Looking good. That car's on a rail out there today. Down by the American flag. Bright front end on that thing under the back straightaway. Bright red. Comes across the stripe that time with 11.8. Hot lap for the heat right there so far. Lewis with an 11.8. 11.9 from Paul, 12 flat from Robert. 1 down, 7 to go, drivers. 1 down, 7 to go. Leader down by the American flag. Here comes Lewis in the number 2 spot down there. Last time by Dan Lewis, sets hot lap for the race, 11.6. Going to back it up with another 11.6. So Lewis putting the heat on now, trying to run down Mikey. Got that car looking good as he works his way through the center section. Mikey goes through the switch back onto the back straightaway, comes across the stripe this time, 12 flat. We'll check Lewis, 11.8. So Lewis keeps on clicking off 2-3 tenths each lap. Trying to run him back down. Paul with a 12.1, Robert with a 12.6. Minute and a half into this one, 6.5 to go. This is race number 2, 12 scale stock A main. Vintage Trans Am A main, you guys are up next in about 6 minutes and 15 seconds. Oh, Lewis visibly getting closer now. Mikey starting to see him get a little bit bigger that rear view mirror every lap. This time by 12 flat to an 11.8, so another 2 tenths. Lewis just keeps on clicking away. 11.6 that time by for Paul. Remus sets hot lap of the race, so Paul starting to bring the heat. Mikey out in front, but he's got company coming quick. There's 11.7 from Mikey, 11.9 from Lewis, 12 flat from Remus, so that time Mikey hammer down, pulls away a little bit. Just touches the corner down there, keeps on rolling on the far end, back across the stripe to put lap number 11 in the book, sits an 11.9. Lewis, 12 flat. 12 flat for Paul. Robert last time by 12.2 as he hits the back straightaway this time. 12.5. 5.5 minutes left. 5.5. Again, if you guys want to celebrate the new year racing, Sunday on the first race of the year on road this Sunday. The doors open at 9, racing at noon. Mikey 12.1, 12.3 for Lewis, 12.2 for Paul. Here comes Robert across 12.5 for Robert. 5:10 left on the master clock as Mikey comes by this time with 11.7, his new hot lap. Lap 14 in the books. Mikey trying to drive away now. Hot lap right there that time by for him as he comes back around here to put lap number 15 in the books. It's another 11.7 and it's a little bit quicker than his last one. So Mikey now starting to find the groove. We approach halfway, not quite there yet. Mikey last time by 12 flat, 12.1 for Lewis, 12.1 for Paul, 12.1 for Robert. Another 12 flat. 11.9 for Lewis, so that time Lewis a little bit quicker. 12.5 for Paul. Oh man, Robert down there, no parking zone. Trying to acquire a parking ticket. As we approach the halfway mark, Mikey comes across the stripe right there to put lap 19 in the books. Lewis, that time by 11.7 for Mikey. Dan 12.1, 12.1 for Paul. As he comes by this time, halfway drivers, 4 down, 4 to go, 4 down, 4 to go. Mikey comes across the stripe with a 12 flat. Lewis gonna get it wrong down there, coming down the back straightaway. He's got company now. Paul goes to the inside. Paul gonna take that number 2 spot. Lewis gets something a little bit squirrely on the tires. Maybe they're trying to get him scrubbed off, gets rolling again. But while he was doing that, Paul took advantage of the situation, moves to the number 2 spot. Now Dan trying to get it back. Got the car out back under him now, handling better. Don't know what happened there, but he's back rolling. Catching up about 5 car lengths back from Paul as they come down the front straightaway, back straightaway I should say, as they go to the front straightaway now in front of the driver's stand. Bright yellow car, Paul Remus. Purple, yeah, pink and white car, Dan Lewis in that number 3 spot. Down the straightaway they come, 3:15 to go as they hit the stripe. 23 laps in the books. Mikey now just checking out, about a half a track lead. 11-7 for Mikey. He just keeps on, that's his hot lap, and he keeps rolling off more 11-7s. Got that car really fast, really consistent. Woo, skates by just on the inside of Robert. Paul now with a little bit of breathing room. Dan's car looking like it's not quite handling as good as it did at the beginning. Almost looks like the body's rubbing on the front tires a little bit. But I'm old, I could be way off. 2:40 to go as Paul comes on to put lap number 26 in the books with Dan about 1.2 seconds back. $2:20 to go, 2:20 to go. Mikey puts lap number 28 in the books. Here comes Paul to the back straightaway. We'll check him at the stripe this time by 12-1 for Paul. Dan with a 12 flat, a little bit quicker that time. 2:10 to go as he hits that stripe. Well, it's your leader. Yeah, your leader was just a little bit of a bobble there, but when you've got a half a track lead, it's all good. Keeps on rolling out that number one spot. 6 down, 2 to go, driver. 6 down, 2 to go. Mikey, Paul, Dan, and Robert, your order. You can throw on a 16-second lap every once in a while when you got a half a track lead. Mikey down by the American flag. Onto the back straightaway to put lap number 31 in the books, and it's a 12-3. Here comes Paul across the stripe with a 12-1, and then Lewis with a 12-2. Again to the back straightaway, minute and a half to go as Mikey hits the stripe there with a 12-1. 12-2 from Paul, 12 flat for Lewis. Hot lap that time for Lewis, out of the top 3. Dan got a little bit of ground to make up to get to that number 2 spot. About a quarter track to get back. Oh no, he's upside down, got the turtle thing going on. Good quick Marshall though, doesn't lose too much time as we're approaching the final minute in this one. Next up, Vintage Trans Am. You guys are up here in 1 minute. 1 minute to go in this one, guys. 1 minute. Ooh, that's your leader. That's your leader. It's about to get tight at the top. Trying to get marshaled. It's a new leader. Paul Remus going to take that top spot. 45 seconds to go. Didn't see what happened, but Mikey upside down, now right side up. But he's got Dan Lewis right in front for the number 2 spot. And then Paul crashes down there. 30 seconds to go. Things now really tight at the top. Everyone trying to run down Paul Remus. Mikey trying to catch up to the back of Dan. Dan trying to catch up. Oh, he turns in just a little bit too soon. 20 seconds to go. They're going to go another lap. Bright yellow car, your leader, under attack from Lewis. Lewis looking for that victory. Mikey B right behind him. Lewis looking to the inside, outside. Back onto the back straightaway. 10 seconds are going to come by. Oh no, Lewis going to get it wrong. Mikey B back to number 2 spot. Paul with a little bit of breathing room. Time going to run out. They got the white flag that time by through the center section. One last time for Paul. Paul down by the American flag. Here comes Mikey B as they go to the back straightaway. Mikey going to look for a win. Oh, he bounces up to one. Dan Lewis going to get him at the stripe. So Lewis back to the number 2 spot. So Paul going to take home the win. Lewis getting around Mikey B at the little switchback, getting on the back straightaway for number